There is no other place in the world like our city. We're unique, vibrant, and a little unexpected. We're so much more than sand, surf, and sports. We're for telling local tales, unearthing hidden gems, and sharing the stories of spectacular people. As a young city in transformation, the best is yet to come. We are Gold Coast.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Paradise Point Bowls Club, for we have the conclusion of this wonderful state titles that we've showcased for the last 2 weeks. And this afternoon, final is between Burleigh Heads against Burleigh Heads. Gary Pearson playing Dean McWhinney Shellington, and in co-commentary once again is Pauline Barton. Good afternoon, Pauline.
Hi, Brian. Well, it's been a long day and some awesome bowls played down here at Paradise Point, and no doubt this match is not going to be any different to the ones we've seen. So an exciting match between Dean McWhinney, who just beat Aaron Sheriff in the semi-final, and Gary Pearson, who just got over Cohen Lipfen in the semi. Those two players are currently playing on the bronze medal match and the couple of rinks over. So we've just missed the first few bowls being played in this game as we went live. It was very quick trying to get this game going.
So we see Gary looks to be holding, I'd say, possibly 2 shots there, maybe.
Yeah, I quite like that side camera Robbie gave us a second ago. It's that head's not too far from our...
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's brilliant camera. That's fantastic.
So I'd definitely say it's a couple.
At least, if not 3. So it could be a nice start here for Gary Pearson also, but what a game the 2 semi-finals were, let alone the final we just had then, Pauline. What a game of bowls that was. Ladies gold medal. Absolutely first class.
Now, someone did tell us during that match that
2
Kelsey
shots.
Cottrell has not won the singles gold before in Queensland. That was her first one.
First time.
That's not been proven yet. Someone from Goals Queensland might tell us if that's the truth or not, but that was the comment we had. So that means that one will be even more special for her.
Might be 2. Was
Ladies,
2, Robbie?
Ladies bronze match, people are just asking what happened there. I can see it finished up at Marilyn Emerton 25 to Vicky Cameron 20, so Marilyn's picked up a bronze.
Okay, so she's had a very good series then, hasn't she, Pauline, winning the pairs? And
Yep, gold medal in the pairs and a bronze medal in the silver.
You don't get much better than that.
Marilyn's in her 70s, someone said earlier, so
Yes.
she's no slouch. She's an awesome bowler.
So Gary picking up 2 on the first end over Dean.
Yep. And we were watching the semi-finals next to us, and Dean had a massive battle. I think it was 23-24 against Aaron Sheriff, and he picked up 2 shots to win the game.
Absolutely.
Amazing bowls.
And it was one heck of a final end, Pauline, wasn't it? You know,
Crazy.
absolutely.
They traded blows.
Lovely reply here by Dean, just pulling up a little bit short.
Yeah, Gary Pearson, I think, has been directing the length. Oh, no, sorry, I take that back. Dino won the mat, didn't he, and put the first one down?
No. Gary did, yes.
Gary did, so we're seeing Gary play a 3/4 weight or 3/4 length. Dino's just come off playing T to T with Aaron Sheriff. So
He has done too. They did have a quick roll-up though, Pauline. So, Gary not far away. Beautiful way to bowl there.
No, he's always there or thereabouts.
Yeah, never far away, are they?
He's a tough guy to beat.
Dino, has he got the run? Not quite. Still running though. Just pulling up a tad short.
Found the line with that one, so...
Well, both those bowls are still in use because they're both on the run, and really all they need is just to be played through, just promoted, a couple of rolls, in for shot.
That's right. They're not wasted at this point in time. So Everybody remember to like and share this game out there. Gold medal match brought to you by Henselite Choice of Champions.
Absolutely.
Major events Gold Coast and the Broad Beach Bulls.
So, Dean, just looking just to promote either of these two or find that port and get the kitty. Running into the head beautifully here. Has he got the legs?
Oh, he's run into his own bowls.
Not quite.
But he gets a good look at it now.
Yep.
So he can see where he stands. And why Gary's bowl's sitting out that side.
Yep. Yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic, Helen. Hey, good on you, Jim. G'day, Dave, Andrew. Hope everybody enjoys the telecast. Mary's still on air from Scotland.
2 weeks of bowls. What are you going to do tomorrow, Mary?
Yes, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to go to a bowls meeting.
Well, I think someone said the BPL kicks off tomorrow, so you won't be seeing that on this stream, but there is still some bowls to be watched tomorrow, maybe.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, Gary's fallen short.
Yes, he has.
So is Dino going to try and play through or draw around?
Oh, I assume that he'll probably try and play through those front ones there, Pauline, but he has got a beautiful open draw also too on the forehand. The only problem with that though, Gary does have two, as you can see, very good catchment bowls sitting just there, so I think he's more than likely to play the backhand. Got a few options here on the backhand.
Yeah, there we go. A little bit more weighty. Dino, what he got? Oh, has he done enough with that front one? I don't think so.
Not quite enough.
Oh, goodness. Just needed
Probably taken one out though, in my opinion. I'm not too sure.
Maybe, but
Are they going to put a tape on it? No, he's mucking around.
just needed another foot or so of weight.
No, it is two by the looks of that.
Yeah,
two shots.
A marker in this game is Peter Thompson, our current games coordinator.
Yep, Tomo, been around for quite a few years. Very good singles player.
Yes, he sure is. Going away in the caravan for 5 days, Mary. Good job. I'm sure that you'll be able to get the BPL over there anyway. I think it's broadcast by a different mob who might not get over to you anyway, so... Bowles is the winner. Bowles on every day.
Yes. Heather Brown, how are you, Heather? Heather, the hard-working ladies official from the Mackay region. Yeah, Michael, you have to listen to the radio tomorrow, mate, instead of watching the live stream. It's going to be tough, bud, isn't it?
You're going to have to work tomorrow. Yeah. I'd rather go to a bowls meeting, Brian.
No, you wouldn't. Hopefully, hopefully it'll be a quick one.
You guys are pretty quick with that. So.
Pleasure to bring it to you, Helen. Who won the ladies' bronze, please?
Marilyn Emerton.
Marilyn Emerton won that. 25-20. That's what's up on the board over there. So we assume that, looks at that there, I say Dino's got shot with that last bowl, that first bowl of his.
Yeah, it looks
so
closer.
Gary.
He needs to get himself on the board. It'll get himself going, and he's just giving himself a second, having a bit of a chat to himself behind the ring.
Yep.
Quiet moment, as you do. Get centred, get ready. Look at Gary's consistency. It's amazing.
Yep.
See Aaron taking the lead now, 10-9 over Cohen. So those guys again trading blows over there for the bronze medal.
Once again, be a crack of a game, that one over there too, Pauline.
Dino's just pulled up a little bit shorter with that one, but probably does get in the way of a draw shot on that hand, and we know Gary is preferred draw bowl up.
Yep.
Bowls are they using? I think they're Aeros Dino bowls with, is that right, Brian?
I'm pretty sure they are by the looks of them.
I don't think anyone else has that colour. And it looks like an arrow symbol on the side of Gary's bowl. But
No, I don't think Gary uses
no, I don't
arrows.
think he does. I thought he used... Oh, look. There you go. So we shut it down on one hand. Gary trying to pick the other hand, and he's just narrow, and it's hit what was already the shot bowl just up a bit closer. So no big deal.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be a short break.
Great bowl, Dean. That's awesome.
Okay, we've got some money to hand out to the ladies champions of Queensland.
Okay. Gary looking to dead draw this. And they're sneaking around the back bollocks of that there, Pauline.
He did. So this gets Dino an opportunity to open his account on the scoreboard today in the gold medal match. Tony Moore says that Gary's using arrows. Oh, it looks like an arrow symbol to me, but I didn't think he used to use arrows, so...
We'll hone in on one of the bowls when we get the chance.
Yeah, we'll have a look. Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
might be able to get that one.
Bretho reckons he's made a switch too, so...
Okay, Dino, how's your memory, mate? Coming back from there? Looking good. How's his weight? Looking very, very good. That's a great bowl.
we saw him do that a few times in that semi-final match.
3 very good shots there to Dean McWhinney.
Shots. Oh, that's a good way to open your account on the scoreboard.
Certainly is.
We see Aaron getting another couple of shots there. He's now 12-9 over Cohen in the bronze medal.
Yep. Hey, good on you, Bernie. How are you, mate? Yes, Alan Vidler, he would know. He has made the switch by the looks of it, Michael, hasn't he, mate? Alan Vidler says yes, it's an all-arrow final. So there you go. What a great starter here from young Dean. Great first up bowl.
What a good start. Well done. And you
Both
see him,
using optimas as the word, Pauline.
oh, we should see a similar line. So Dino pushing it out, as I said, he's just had a game of T to T with Aaron Sheriff, so he's taken the opportunity with his first mat throw of the dice, stretch it out, try and get the wood over Gary.
Pulling up a little bit short with that one, Gary. Beautiful line.
So we're seeing a few of the ladies' presentation going on behind us in the background.
Quite a good crowd in there too. It's great to see. Everyone very appreciative of a great final. What a great bowl there by young Dean McWhinney.
McWhinney, great bowl.
Right, Gary looking dead drawing a bollocks of it, Pauline. Looking at a bit more weight on his last one.
Yeah, I think he'd be looking to get something in the area, right?
Yep.
No need to do anything silly just yet. In terms of chasing it, he wants to try and get a shot or a second shot like he's just done.
Yeah,
so
good bowl.
So yeah, I think you are right. Someone's just pointed out that the gold, it says gold medal, it says men's open pairs. Robbie, you could just change that to men's singles gold medal. It's all right.
He just grabbed another scoreboard.
Yeah, we do a file. It's a file save as I call them, and sometimes you only got a couple of minutes between the ladies' game finishing and this one kicking off.
We didn't even have that this time, Paul.
Yeah, it was only a couple of minutes. So
straight into it.
It was Robbie was under pressure, so we've missed that. Sorry.
Does a great job.
Thank you for pointing it out.
It's one thing about our viewers, mate. They'll always point it out.
Yes.
There we go. Look at that. Got to find it first. Yeah, a little bit little bit more grass required there by Gary. There's probably still only the one shot, I'm assuming.
I think so. Dean could look to play onto his own ball, though.
Yep.
He does get a bit of movement of the kitty. That would bring his other ball into play. And at the moment, it's tougher to get where it is as well for Gary, who's now got 3 of his bowls out the front. So, weigh up the options.
That's all good, Robbie.
So John Deegan just saying that Gary might have an advantage. This is actually a moved rink, so we didn't actually play on this same rink yesterday.
No.
The pegs were moved after we finished all of the rounds before we started the finals this afternoon. So this was set up as an 8-rink green. It's now been moved to a 7-rink green. So you've seen everything move over a metre. So it is a slightly different...
Absolute different spots, that's
Different
for sure, Pauline. It's been moved a rink, so makes things very interesting. As you said, half a rink in actual fact has been moved. So Gary now is going to try and find this port here and see if he beats that wing bowl, he'd be very close to shot.
These two guys, pretty good friends.
Yeah.
Well known for playing tournaments together. And now they're on the opposite side of who's going to get the silver and who's going to get the gold. Oh, that was a big effort. Oh, we might drop in.
Well, I tell you what, that is awfully close. Not too sure. Dino's not going to give us a call. The way he's shaking his head, Pearson may have got shot.
Cheryl Hutchinson, we've said it was Marilyn Emerton got the bronze for the ladies. They're just doing the presentations inside now, and I can hear Kels thanking everyone.
Scoreboard, look at that, brilliant by Robbie Allen. It looks must be pretty close, Pauline. They're putting a tape on it.
Yeah, I'd say there's a little calipers more than the tape.
Yeah, it looks that way too, doesn't it?
So, yeah, he's got the silver calipers out. What they call the umpire. He's nuffing up. He's like, nah.
Umpire job. Must be very close.
Short measure. Here comes Jan Gray, our umpire this afternoon. Move those other balls out the way. The steady hands of Jan.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That shot, it was one to Gary. There you go.
Bit of a rub on the way in.
Was very close, wasn't it? There wasn't much in it.
5-3 to Gary. Long way to go. I see in the corner there of the screen, top left-hand corner, you can see where Jan's sitting, and there's Frankie Vesco sitting next to Jan.
Yep.
He's another one of our umpires down here at Paradise Point. He's umpiring, I think, the ladies on Friday, singles out here. And we can see Jackie, Dino's mum, there, just sitting on the edge of the stairs.
Sitting on the edge of her seat, I think you meant, Pauline.
Oh, no, she looks pretty relaxed at the moment.
I don't think she's got any fingernails left, though.
Pretty relaxed. She's just, taking it all in. Son's in the gold medal match. You'd be pretty proud. There she is. I don't know how she'd be feeling if she knew that we were zooming in on her now, Robbie, but got her amongst the trees. It looks like she's sitting in the plant, but she's not.
Thank you very much for those very kind words, Robin. And Mary, watching from Scotland. Thank you. So Gary Pearson with his first bowl, playing his backhand. Tell you what a lovely starter we have here once again.
Gary, wow.
Oh, great bowl.
Well, if he's changed bowls and he's still bowling like this, Gary, look out. He's just so consistent. Seen him play lots of times. never really shakes, or he's not a big and emotional player. He doesn't jump around or throw his hands in the air or.
Oh, great try there. What a great reply there.
Yeah, really good. He's a fierce competitor.
He certainly is.
Thanks, Troy Harrison, for the 200 stars. We were telling everyone earlier in the games, 200 stars is $2 essentially to the Gold Coast District Media Team. Helps with the equipment. And
it does.
Your savings fund for the new headsets.
Yes, we do need new headsets. They're wonderful. We do appreciate anyone that sends us stars.
Someone was also informing us earlier, Brian, that you get 200 stars and then you've got to buy them after that, or every 26 days. Now, maybe that's 28, but every so often you then get 200 stars again from Facebook.
There you go. It's very good of them.
That was good information earlier today from one of our listeners.
Absolutely.
And I think they said it's 90. I think you can buy the 99 stars or 310 stars if you do look to purchase stars and support local broadcasters like the Gold Coast-Tweed District Media Team.
Appreciate it immensely, don't we? Said it does help us buy new equipment. Okay, thanks very much for that, Alan. Said that Gary changed his bowls after the Australian Open last year.
Oh, Gary Pearson, look at that. He's probably just opened the kitty up a little bit there for, just looking for some instruction from Peter Thompson, bit of help to understand exactly what shot he's going to play.
Just playing reaching weight. Holding pretty well. I think he's just going to duck under the head though.
Okay. Oh, I thought he might have clipped this first the side of that front ball, and I thought, oh no, he's going to get a result out of this, and he's not quite on the line. But
he definitely could have got a result out of that there, Pauline. That's for sure.
Wasn't the one he thought he was shaking though. So Aaron Sheriff is 13-12 now, up on Cohen Lipton. So what a battle!
What a game it is too, Pauline.
What a battle for the bronze.
Why would it be anything different? So we see Gary changing his hand here.
And really what a day it's been for the players. These players who are on this rink now have literally been playing bowls since pretty much 8 o'clock this morning.
Well, it'll be quite tricky. Most of these players
have been playing for 2 weeks.
Have been playing for 2 weeks. Plus also 4 days of the district sides.
They have too, you're right.
Thank you very much for those stars. We do appreciate them immensely, everybody, because we do use it for equipment. Right, Dean, he doesn't have to change much. Definitely got a better line.
Yeah, I like this grass. Needs to turn now. He said, Optima, look at this. Oh, he's going to get the kitty over.
Oh, how unlucky is that? Gee whiz, you couldn't have played that much better. Probably just the one down with that front bowl, I'm assuming.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of risk or anything in that shot for him, so it was worth playing it.
Yeah. Going to put a tape on it, just in case. Fair enough. Hey, thank you very much for those kind words, Tracy. It was great to see you today too, Tracy. Yeah, one to Gary.
3-6. And 14-12 to Aaron, so he's picked up one shot on that last stand against Cohen. I was saying earlier, Aaron's very good at keeping the scoreboard updated.
Good on you. Go now, Daryl.
Yeah, it's Gabby.
Yes, Gabby.
Gabby and Daryl Stumbles.
Yes, I know them.
Yes. Thanks, Gab.
My rugby career, in actual fact, Pauline, I was coached by his uncle, Barry Stumbles, who actually played rugby union, and he played rugby union for Australia. He ended up coaching St George, first grade rugby union. And Barry, great bloke. Lot to do with him back in the 70s. Show my age here, Pauline. That was before you were born.
Well, they've got a talented young man who's following in the family's footsteps
Yep.
at the moment.
It
So
was great to see him yesterday too.
good opener there from Dino.
Yeah, beautiful bowl there. Gary sitting just in behind the head with his bowl.
You can just see the top, see
the top
bowl.
of it there,
yeah,
yes.
and the bottom of the screen. Just a little bit.
Not a bad reply though by Gary Pearson.
And the
What a
rain's
little-
just started again. Brian, it's a bit cold. Oh, wow, that's a terrific bowl.
It's getting colder.
Yeah, it is getting
Cold.
colder. I put my bowl shoes on to keep my feet warm. They're feeling a bit better, but
I think your bowl shoes might need heat pads. You reckon?
they have those in Victoria, you know, those little
Yes.
bags, the heat bags.
Yeah, the heat
bowlers
bags.
put the heat bags in their
Yes.
pockets. My husband, I didn't play bowls when we lived in Victoria, but he used to have some of those because we lived in Kyneton, a bit cold down there.
Okay, how's this one here looking? Just going to run around the back once again too by the looks of it.
It's not too bad. It's going to land in a good spot.
Yep. Nice little trail on here for young Dean. Apply a bit of pressure. Just a little bit quick. See, they just won't release when they're when you haven't got good weight.
So Dino just sliding through. He's still got another bowl though, so he's got options.
Yeah, you're dead right too, Fiona. I know my wife has got those heat bags at home. She uses them quite regularly. Yeah, you're dead right, Graham. I agree wholeheartedly with that comment, my friend. How are you, buddy?
I don't know if Gary was meaning to put another bowl where he already had a couple. I think he probably was looking for a bit of a trail, if anything, to his own or
Yeah.
drawing another shot, but he's just missed it, which is okay. Game of ones will get him there. Dino's got to try and steal this back. He could make two if he sits that shot bowl out.
Okay, he's got the line depending upon his weight. His bowl starts working into the head now. He is not going to be too far
I
away.
like it. I like it a lot.
Great bowl there by Dean.
Yeah.
2 shots. Alan Vidler. I have pocket warmers at the shop, Brian Marshall. Let Pauline know to come and get one.
Well, I don't need any, Alan, except for today. Today's one of the first days I've felt a bit cold. And normally when you play bowls, you know, the first couple of ends up here in Queensland, we're just so lucky, you know, all the way through the year. You might get a bit chilly, but then you get going, you get the adrenaline going, and then you're all good.
Well, I do things slightly different.
Do you?
I get a cup of coffee, put a nip of rum in it.
Oh, right, okay. Well,
And
we've
it just
talked about
warms
this,
you up
Brian.
very, very nicely,
Yeah,
Pauline.
I'm not a day drinker, so...
I know this. So you've got to start playing bowls at night time, Pauline, okay?
Oh, yeah. Well, we have that. There's a bit of night owls down here on a Wednesday night, but I often don't make the start due to work commitments.
Yes.
But, yeah, me and drinking and bowls doesn't mix.
No,
doesn't
it's
mix.
so true.
I'm
It shouldn't
hopeless.
either anyway,
I am
particularly when
hopeless.
you're playing important events. It should not mix, to be truthful with you, Pauline.
Oh, even the not important events, it's just not worth it. I think there's an Australia Day event down here a couple of years ago, and I had a couple of drinks during the day, and it was just messy.
There again.
No, it's just... I do
Good
like to play bowls no matter where I'm playing. I do like to try and play my best bowls, so it doesn't happen if I've had a drink. So
I understand completely. So we see good stuff there by young Dean.
yeah,
Sitting a
look,
couple of feet behind the head.
he's got a good line on that, but I think he's trying to correct, and he might pull up out the front.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, look at that again. He's nailed the line. So both players choosing a different hand, heading away. It's not quite full length, metre in from the tee. Matt is behind the tee at this end. It's very kind of you, Graham. I think I only called one game in the sides. So that's nice of you to include that I was doing a good job in the sides.
She's done a great
only
job,
one
mate.
Game.
She's really done a great job.
My ears are sore from these. I didn't mind the one where we just had the microphone, so we have to get a bit more padding in the new earphones. So, see, I think he's a bit wider this time. Is he looking just to match up that back bowl, maybe, of Pearso's? Yep. Just sitting in the Henselite sign at the bottom.
Well, may just have a little bit of run on this one too, Pauline. Just trying to sit that back bowl.
Yeah, well, this is a bit of a wilder end for Gary.
Yes. Yes, Martin. Thank you very much for those kind words. It's been a pleasure bringing it to you.
Yeah, we will hear Clive, I assume, this week on the BPL.
Okay.
Look forward to watching some more bowls.
Yeah, that's all we need.
Oh, Dino, it's pretty good.
Good bowl. And it counts.
It does count, but he's also just given a little bit of a look in between those two front bowls. So
it's been a pleasure, Jason. And the team has done very well, mate. It's ably led by Robbie and Tony. They really have been at most venues around about 5:45, 10 to 6 every morning, setting up for a 8:45 start. And most nights not getting home. I know I got home at 11 o'clock last night and was back here at 8 o'clock this morning.
well, you see Aaron just taking the lead there against Cohen. Aaron Sheriff 19-12 in the bronze medal match, and Gary just playing a bit of weight. He was looking for the middle between those bowls and only got rid of one out the front, so that should see Dino pick up two.
Looks so. Definitely two there, Pauline, by the looks of that. Yeah, you're dead right, H. It does speed up as it gets cooler. Speeds up slightly. Looks like two. Looks like two there. 6-5.
Yeah, Terry, I think we've acknowledged the greenkeepers a lot in the last 2 weeks. You're absolutely right. It's been a massive effort.
Certainly has been. That's the fact it is 7-6 by the looks of the scoreboard. Robbie just changing it, of course.
So you see Dean taking the lead. First time in this game. And not dissimilar to how he started against Aaron in the semi.
What a lovely starter here once again. It's a cracking first up bowl there, Pauline.
It certainly is. Relatively similar length to the end we just played, but we're coming back to the clubhouse. We've talked about this a little bit. It is slightly different. You get a little bit more wind down the other side coming in under the blinds than you do coming back this way. So, Gary Pearson, look at that.
Yeah, very good bowl there by Gary.
Everywhere.
Okay, Dino looking for the kitty. Not going to be too far away. Just going to swing around it. Just a little bit too much weight on that one there. And we see Aaron's got a bit of a jump over there on young Cohen too, Pauline, 19 to 12.
Yeah, Cohen's got the mat though, so he must have picked something up.
Yep. Gary maybe just a little bit underdone with this one.
Yeah. Just suggests exactly what Helen Wood-Bradley was saying. Maybe it's speeding up just a little bit. It has dropped a little bit in temperature.
Yeah.
It is that time of day, particularly at the moment when we see dark kind of coming just after 5 o'clock, that the speeding up is getting earlier in the afternoon, and it is quite chilly, so players will have to adjust. Look,
what a great bowl here by Dean.
Just like that.
Yeah, just adjusted perfectly. That's a great bowl by the young man. So Gary reaching down here on his backhand. He may be just going to set this bowl. Oh, not quite.
He set it over.
Yep.
Dean just having a bit of a look to see if he's got maybe one or two.
Yep.
I'd say it's just one. Don't think I've seen that position taken over the bowls before, but he's a tall young man. Whatever works for you. Men's gold medal singles match. Last game of this state championship. It's been a massive 2 weeks. Here we go. Dean.
What another great bowl. 3 great bowls there.
Dean and Gary just having a look. He's not standing over the top. He's using his fingers. He's going to take his time. There is no time limit. This is 25 shots up, no time limit. So he's got as much time as he wants.
Yep.
To make sure, and why wouldn't you when there's a gold medal on the line, state singles title.
A big bowl coming up here by Gary Pearson. Obviously, well, it's really, I'd say 3 down on the head for sure, and really needs a bowl in there. So sticking to his backhand. Any movement on this front bowl of his, very good.
Oh, I don't think he's going to like that.
Yeah, just running around the back with that one there too, Pauline. A little bit too much weight on that one.
There you go. So Dino's pushed out the obvious shot. Looks like in a measure for second. That's 2. And not another 2. So we see Dino jumping out there. 9-6, good lead at this stage.
Got a bit of a jump on it, yes.
It's only one end between that jump though, and it coming back to even. So here we go. We're going to see him persist with this longer length. Go.
Keeping it pretty much 3/4 length once again.
A little bit over. He's got the mat back.
Yeah, quite a way.
Behind the tee, so he's a metre short of full length. Here we go. He's opened his account. Well, if the kitty was on the tee, he was pretty good. he's a little bit behind. Bruce Kirk is watching, so he's at the rugby with his grandson, but he's watching the bowls. Good on you, Bruce. There we go.
Good starter there. Just need a little bit more grass on that one there by Gary. Beautiful way to bowl. Brucey Kirk, how are you, Bruce? So, Dean looking to dead draw this. Oh, just sneaking around the back. No worries, mate. Wife doesn't know you're watching. Too easy, buddy. I'll keep it quiet. Don't tell her. Don't tell her, Brucey. Gary could be a little bit wide with this one by the looks of things. Definitely one favouring Gary Pearson here by the looks of it.
Yeah, Dino's bowl's probably a couple of feet behind.
Yep.
Gary's only about a bowl behind the head. And
Dino played this very well.
there you go, though.
Look at that.
He did have shot. He doesn't anymore.
Lovely reply. I'm hearing you, Kerry. Nah, mate, be very proud of her, as I know you are, Kerry. She played awesome. Beaten by a absolute champion, legend of our game. It was a cracking final, Kerry. You know that.
I believe that's just a second silver, so she's got a long career ahead of her. We're going to see her in that game again, I have no doubt.
Back that one in, I think,
Yeah.
Pauline. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. So I tell you what, Nino likes this one too. He's tell by the energy, he's just going to sneak around the back though.
Yeah, look at those bowls, the finish. So I definitely suggest it's picked up a second or so.
Yeah. I don't think any of these players will be looking for a roll-up somewhere tomorrow. Let's say that, Pauline.
Well, some of these players won't be able to have a roll-up because they're playing BPL. I think Aaron
Yes.
Is Aaron playing BPL again this time? I think he would be.
Not Aaron is, yes. Yes, he is. They'll be off to Pine Rivers, no doubt, this evening sometime. They tell me it starts there tomorrow, so I'm led to believe. Okay, Gary.
Yeah,
Looking to sit this bowl.
I like this hand. Oh, you think he is? He's got it.
What a bowl.
There you go. He's made a couple.
Two shots out of that. Great bowl there by Gary.
9-8.
Yep. Dean taking two out.
So we'll see a length change. Gary's been opting for a slightly shorter length.
Would not surprise me. Yes,
there
good call. Straight at the end of the line. I think we could be in for another battle on our hands here, Pauline, by the looks of things.
Yeah, we're going to be here for a little while yet, Brian.
Yep.
Everyone kick back. Friday, I nearly said Friday afternoon then. It's Sunday afternoon.
Yes, Sunday, yes. We do lose track of time.
Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, they both played brilliantly, Fiona. They really did. As I said, young Jesse was beaten by an absolute legend of the game who, no shame in that. What a game it was. What a performance both of them put up. Very fitting final. Fee?
Gary, it's opening.
Not far away.
Oh, look at that.
Lovely starter there by
Great start on this shorter length.
Gary Pearson. Could be, Michael. Could be a long game.
Could be. Both these players are relatively quick on the mat too. We were talking about that earlier when we had the Ryan Burnett Cohen Lipfin game, just how quick Ryan Burnett is on the mat, but neither of these guys muck around either.
No.
By the time they've stood on the mat, they know what they're playing, and they're pretty quick about it. As you see Dino, as I said, taking the mat. Look at him go. He's down, back, and gone. So
Dino just going to cut across the head with this one. So advantage lying at this stage to Gary Pearson. And as Pauline said before, two pretty good mates, club mates, played from the Burleigh Heads Bowls Club.
I think they played together before they were at Burleigh as well.
Yes, they did too.
I think they've followed each other around, so I think they are very, very good friends.
Oh, what a great bowl there by Gary. Might see a drive here. I would not surprise me. What do you think? You ready for a catch?
Yeah, I think so.
You ready? No, going to draw it? Okay, fair enough.
Thought I might see a bit more attack from Dino then.
Tell you what, he's
Maybe
not far
he
away.
just
Just going to sneak around the back. Yeah, what a great attempt though. Great bowl there.
Well, he's cut one out. Gary's still got a bowl, so...
Yeah.
Cohen's picked up a couple of shots, 21-16 against Aaron Sheriff.
There you go.
So they're heading for a 25 shot up again as well. They did kick off their game about 20 minutes probably before this game started.
Yes.
Maybe a bit sooner actually. They were still playing it while we were watching the ladies' gold medal.
And the thing about that one too, though, Pauline, once again you've got two very quick players over there, aren't they?
Absolutely.
So Gary on the mat. Looks to be holding two shots from here. Does not want to spring it open.
He was looking to just draw a third, but he slipped round the back.
Yep.
So, well, I don't know what it looks like from the other side, but I kind of still fancied a bit of weight like last time, so...
Yep. I'm surprised he doesn't attack it, but I think he's going to attack it this time. Yep. Playing a little bit of weight. Look, just going to sneak around the back.
Oh, jeez.
So it's 2 to Gary Pearson there by the looks of that. So a handy pickup. Once again, we have a new leader.
Trading blows, these two.
They certainly are, aren't they? And as we see once again, what happened last time too, Pauline, we see Gary shortening the length. Lovely starter there by Gary Pearson once again. Ran about 12 inches or so just in front of the kitty. Great reply there by Dean.
It was only a couple of bowl rolls too far. A little bit over with his second bowl.
Tell you what, he's not far away from this one here. Yeah, it's just got it enough. Probably made 2 shots out of that by the looks of there, Pauline.
Yeah, absolutely. Those 2 bowls, one sitting just behind Jack-Eye and one probably just back of the bowl, maybe front of the jack. Would be definitely closer than that back one. And Gary's pushed himself then on the other hand to draw a shot rather than coming through Dino's bowls, but unfortunately pulling up short, so Dean's going to make a choice now, stay where he was. He just played a beautiful shot on that hand, so...
And played it very nice, so... Dino looking to come just inside this one. Which he has done. Look at this here. That's a great bowl there by Dean. Holding 3.
We see Aaron and Cohen shaking hands. I think Aaron scored 2 shots on the last 2 ends, so it's 25-16, and Aaron Sheriff claims the bronze medal in the state singles.
Well done, Aaron, and congratulations to Cohen for a wonderful series also.
Oh, absolutely. Hasn't he been a class act the whole way through?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I was watching that last and watching them shake hands. I missed Dino's bowl where it fell, which is awesome.
Yeah, just in behind the kitty there, Pauline. Very good shot. It was like rolling the Jaffers down in the picture theatre when I was a young kid.
Tony might be able to get us a shot from the side maybe after we see this bowl from Gary.
Yeah, Gary changing hands. Played this pretty well. Is he around this bowl? Oh, well, might be enough for a shot, is it? Not too sure. Looks like it from here. No, I don't think it is. No, I think those back bowls, so I think we're probably still holding 2 shots here.
It's not quite giving us the angle we thought we might get. Yeah, I don't know. Dino's played a couple of really good bowls. This one looks like he's pushed it wide. So was he just trying to stay away from it, or?
I don't think that would have been deliberate. No.
Look at that. His weight's not bad either.
He's not happy.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely not happy.
That's what we call a waste of weight, I think.
Yep. Even though they're good mates and they respect each other's play, see the way they wait for their opponent to look at the head. 2 shots.
Yeah, every time.
Yep.
So...
That's the respect they have for each other.
Nelly was going to say, what's going on? The scorer was up the end flipping the wrong side of the board. I thought we'd missed something then, Brian.
No, we haven't. New leader once again, Pauline, 11-10 to Dean at this stage. Another great battle, an epic battle on our hands here with the 2022 state singles title on the line. Dino, not going to be far away, just going to run through the head. Is it going to pull up in time? Which it has done.
Yes, just a couple of inches off the bank.
Yep.
Remember that one, there you go. Thank you, Tony. So...
Yeah. Gary's not going to be too far away. Lovely first up bowl there from Gary Pearson. So Dean with his next one, just trying to correct his weight. which he has done absolutely beautifully. Look at this. Oh, just got the edge of the kitty, unfortunately. And Gary's going to have to be a little bit careful now too. Best bet just to sit this last bowl. Oh, lovely reply too, Pauline.
Yeah, it's probably just out of second shot.
Yep.
Just the one down, the marker's saying. So Dino just looking to find out how far in front that bowl is so that he knows which bowl to play now.
Yep. Yeah, good call there. So I think you find that Dean may have a look at this because both those bowls will go. If he gets the inside edge of that front one, it'll be enough to get onto the other one. I'll tell you what, he is very, very close. Oh dear, how unlucky is that? What a great try.
Yeah, it just needed to be another inch over. And he would have.
And the thing about that too
and got the kitty.
is that he's actually lessened the target because now there's only a one bowl target there, Pauline. But he has exposed the kitty on his forehand for a trail.
Yeah, I'd say that's on.
Yep.
Gary probably looking to match up Dino's back bowl, looks like. Yeah, he's going for best back. He knows his mate. Knows what's going to happen next.
Well, he has split those two, which is a very, very good bowl. Yep, very good bowl.
He's going to sail past it.
Yeah, just a little bit quick. Now, Gary, by right, should really go try and sit this bowl of Dean's out of the head or just promote his own. Probably could make 3 shots out of this.
You see him having a look at it. Which way he thinks that bowl, if he gets it on the nose out the front.
Yep.
Which way he thinks it's going to head. I've seen this guy study heads during games. Constantly. Brian Marshall ducking away for a sec. Oh, Gary. Well, what a bowl. It's not dissimilar to what we just talked about. He's made 3 out of it. It's well done.
Cool.
We've got Jimmy C taking the seat now from Brian Marshall.
It's fantastic to be able to bump Brian off his seat. I think he's glued to this seat.
Is he? Well, I'm going to unglue myself from my seat too, Jimmy C, and it's nothing against you, but I think there's another lady who knows a little bit more about bowls than me, and she's going to join you.
Oh, my God.
Kelsey Cottrell, so I'll step away and hand over the microphone. Just wait a sec.
Sensational. She's just hot off the green. Actually, she's just hot from having her photos taken with the gold medal around her neck.
So use the microphone in front of you and put the ears on so you can hear what's going on.
That's the headphones you have to have on the side. Okay, we just saw Aaron finish off the bronze medal against Cohen. 25-16 you can see on the side. And we got a bit of a topsy-turvy game. Pio was in front. Dean hit the front, Pio's got back in front. So we're changing fluctuations here, and it's a long way to go. 11-13. We better call that halfway. Kels, I just asked Aaron what he thought of the speed of the green. I know it's drawing really well. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, definitely drawing really well. Probably near perfect, really. Just a nice, comfortable pace. Not too quick, not too slow. Not too many little tricky things. It was all pretty straightforward. So
I said 15 to him, and he sort of agreed with that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I haven't rolled a bowl on it. I've watched 14,000 bowls come down on it over the different days that we've been washed out.
Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, I'd say like a. Can you say like a slow 15? You know,
Yes.
when you're sort of playing like a ditch to ditch, it probably feels more like 14. But when you play those little short ends,
That's exactly
it
what.
sort of does feel like a 15. You know,
It's exactly
sort of
what
between.
Omar said. So we're asking the people that know. We're taking wide grass, and when it's a long end, you have to push them. It's just about got the journey.
Yep, nicely done.
Better to have yellow bowls than those double-coloured things.
Yeah, those half try things, they give me a headache.
They give you a
Need-
headache
need
when
to
they're
keep
near
it-
the kitty
need to
against
keep
you
it simple.
too.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I was rapping Wade the other day when he was playing and I was commentating. Now, he's a half-brother or a brother or a...
Yeah, no, Wade's my brother. Yeah, so he's taken up bowls a couple of years ago. Loves it. This is pretty
Got a bit?
good. Oh, good effort.
And he was down into the nitty-gritty in the fours games. Was it the fours or the triples? He was down semi-final time.
The fours, yeah. Yeah, no, he's doing well. He's joined Algester, so he's getting the chance to play with some good players there and, yeah, learning a thing or two.
Fantastic.
But he's a bit of a natural. He's always been a natural sports person, much more of a natural sports person than I ever was. So I have no... I just think that whatever sport he took up, he was going to do well. So, yeah, definitely.
Well, it'd be pretty hard for him not to take up bowls after,
Eventually. It
bowls
took him a
after
while,
following
though.
you down the track.
It took him a while, though. Mum and I played for a good 15 years before he decided to have a go. But
Yes. I don't know that I ever played against Daly and Marilyn, but I played beside them heaps of times. I can read their lingo when they talk to one another. They talk to one another at home just like that.
yes, they probably weren't. My mum and stepfather, Greg, probably shouldn't have played mixed pairs together. Divorced pairs, I think they call it sometimes.
They made the last 8 there one year playing up at home. That was always interesting.
Yes, there's some partners that can play pretty well together and others not so well. And you always wonder what happens when they get home. Does the bickering continue?
Well, we've got Alan Vidler up me here. He's one of Kelvin's sidekicks that's selling the aero bowls at Mermaid Beach. Has a shop there in the front of the building. Well, we thought the rain might have been gone until it started coming down in bucket loads again there about 20 minutes ago. Looking on the radar, it's going to come in for Brisbane and the Gold Coast tonight, maybe tomorrow. You off to Pine Rivers?
I am, yes, so it's not going to worry me under the cover.
Okay.
But, definitely with some big events on the Gold Coast in the coming weeks, it'd be nice for that rain to ease up and let those greens have a bit of a break. Get them back up to the nice pace that we used to.
Well, I got news apparently that Gympie and Maryborough aren't going to flood and cover the roads because I was already booked in to stay a few more days at Pine Rivers if I couldn't get back to Bundaberg because the roads were closed and rained so much. I was thinking of another 8 or 10 inches about Gympie or Maryborough to cut the roads off. 13-12. It's we're here for a good time and a long time in this game. A little past. Wouldn't call that much past.
I don't know much about Gary Pearson, but I did watch a fair bit of that game just when I was out there, and it was the closest rink, so I kind of peeked over all the time, and it was always his bowls all over the jack. So, and definitely his first couple of bowls too. So someone that knows him pretty well might be able to let me know. He's probably.
I know a lot about Gary Pearson playing singles.
Is he a good lead? Because that's what it come across. Every time I looked over, he sort of had his first 2 bowls.
He's a good everything.
And he was setting it up.
But he's especially dangerous at singles. It was a year I was at Mooloolaba last, which would be 17 or 18. Mooloolaba and Burley ran top 2 in Super Challenge, and he hadn't lost a game in the season at singles. We played them to go to the grand final, and they beat us because P.O. won his game and made 3-2. Beat Jay Globitz, which is always a pretty good feat. That gave him 12 or 13 wins in a row for the season. And we swapped around, put Junior Thane in as singles and put Jay with Louis Delacus, and they both come up trumps, and we rolled them 3-2. The only game for the year that P.O. got beaten in. For a Super Challenge year, that's pretty well a singles player to me.
Yeah, right. There's a few names that I recognise from the Sunshine Coast there. Back in the day.
And if you see how good he's played this game and all the games, really, he hasn't played anybody that wasn't a really hot player. He's just looking a little bit for that one too much. You guys can see what we're seeing. We hardly need to tell you the blow-by-blow shots here. He was looking to upset that head, touch the kitty out, sit on the blue bowl even would get him shot, but he was just under with that one. He's got one to go.
Yeah, big one here from Dean. Needs to try and get nice and close to this one because, yeah, as you said, Gary set it up nicely with a couple of seconds and a bowl down the back.
Is he quite here? Yes, he's just getting across.
That might...
And I guess that's 2.
It's 2, but it's another one to sit on.
Well, he's played the shot with his third bowl. He only has to correct, and the way he's been playing, you would think that he'd correct. Fletcher and Fats are watching. Hope they're learning something, Athel. He's got more grass this time. Is he too quick? He's coming now. It's awful close.
Nicely done.
Can you see what that's in?
Looking at the screen, it looks like it's one, but...
It's a measure. It's going to be close. He's a bit unhappy they didn't chop it. One to PO, 14-12. Both players are awesome blokes. We understand that, John Henry. PO's awesome bowler, champion bloke. Underestimated bowler. We hope you're enjoying this game, because if you're not, there's something wrong with you. We still have a few spectators up the back there. You can see in the picture that are feeling a little of the cool area here. It says it's 19 degrees. Great first starter again. Does that remind you of some of the shots that you played in your game?
Oh, I had to because Jess was throwing the kitchen sink at me.
Having a bit of a peek. Got something. I think that We're starting to understand why they're in the state final.
Yeah, I didn't see the first half of the game, but if they play like this, everyone's been in for a bit of a treat this last hour or so.
Well,
we
try. Oh, is he going to get down? Not quite.
Oh, great weight.
Won't go astray as this end goes on. We got Graham Shellington up on the bank, and he's walking up and down.
Pacing.
He never was this nervous when he played in these games. Well, if you're a bowler watching this, you'll understand what they did then. Once they had those two bowls there, they were thinking the jack's going to move at some stage in this head. P.O. likes this one a bit. He's got something. What does he get? Straight onto the other bowl. We just need to scroll back a fraction to get that back bowl. There it is. Bounce the other way. Close again.
Yeah, looking good.
Go on a bit. Now, 2 or 3 down, 1 bowl to play. What do you say he's going to play there? There's not much, not much choice, is there?
No, I think on a green like this, it's just a draw shot.
I guess you mean thongs there instead of things on that last comment, Chris. Mazza Edmonton won the bronze medal. Not by very much. It was a very close game. I think the score might be up there, 25-20.
How's his weight?
He's going to... falls down his shot. Suppose it's not a real surprise that he draws the shot.
He was always going to be roundabout. Probably the only bad thing that's happened is probably left it out wide. Good shot for Dean to come up, and he can really play any weight. He's got a couple of seconds.
I think they've got different makes of those burley shirts. I'm sure Dean's is a thinner variety. It's longer and thinner than P.O.'s shirt.
Okay, this is looking pretty interesting. Is it going to hold for the jack?
That's pretty handy sort of a nut. We've got a pretty good question for you there from Clinton Bailey while we find out whether that was 2 or 3. And it is 3. It's 14 on the other side. We've got a 15-14. Do you only play 2 events?
I did only play 2 events, and I chose the right 2 to play in, didn't I?
Well, you chose your opposition correctly.
Well, I had a good partner in the mixed pairs. That's always a good start. And when my teammates in the fours deserted me and went over to the UK, I ended up chucking my name in for the singles.
Okay.
So a bit of a last-minute entry. I think I got it in the day before the entries closed.
Rightio. Just got away a fraction. How far? Well, the first 2 bowls last end were sensational. Then there was a spring, then there was a draw, and then there was a touch. So that was 5 of the best shots you'd see in the one end. We've got Chris Berry up the other end. Look at him. He's going to knock the icicles off him when he finishes doing that scoreboard work. think he's only got 2 jumpers on. Little ambitious, Dino, but we know what you're thinking of.
Interesting, these guys are playing opposite sides of the green. It's definitely no particular side that's better than the other, but obviously, again, I didn't see the start of the game, but so I suppose it's whatever you find first.
Well, I don't think it's affected them much. Whenever there's been something in the road or a shot to play, they play the other hand equally as well. Just get past that one, or feather off it would be what it wanted. Something like that. Well, it's the time for the swing to Dean. We've had swings, but P.O. was in front, Dean was in front. And we've got Peter Thompson's equally recognisable melon marking there. He came from Mackay, moved to Bundaberg, then we lost into Paradise Point probably 10 or 15 years ago. A good player in his own right. He's played a little bit of Gold Coast second grade when they've been requiring to put our second team in, and of course plays Premier League for the local club here.
It's been a great effort from the locals here to come in last minute. They've managed to get plenty of markers here yesterday and today with the games moved from Broadbeach to Paradise Point because of all the rain.
World record as far as I'm concerned for a club to get 71 markers. Some of them did 5, some of them did 1. They all added up to 71 games that got played here yesterday. It only took a bit over 14 hours to do that. Drove Robbie crazy because he did 10 games, and it's possible he could have done another one at 10 o'clock, but he put his hands in the air.
I don't blame him. Well, this is an interesting head. Is he game enough to go full pelt at it and try and clip it off for 2, or is it a bit too risky maybe, with nothing really past the jack? The angle's not great if it stays in. The jack manages to stay in. You just try and tap it.
It's a guess
tap it
shot.
For one, or
it's a guess shot. There's 4 or 5 ways to play it, but it's 15-14. There's 10 to go. But he doesn't want to do something silly that loses him 3 shots.
Yeah.
I think he might just try and arrive between his own 2 balls, or touch off
little
them.
toucher on the forehand. Yep.
Touch off one and skim across. It's coming. Let it come in time.
If it was rink 8, that would have turned, but it's only rink 7.
He didn't get the turn off the ditch, you're trying to tell me.
Yeah, yesterday, playing with 8 rinks, rink 8 was very swoopy off the bank.
Well, you had to get out where that little white line was that we could see then, within about a foot. Can't see it that direction, but you can see a little white line. It's a little white line. It's the same white line as it is all across the green. And we'll have a tee to tee. Unfortunately, still call it ditch to ditch. Pretty handy start, ditch to ditch.
Mm-hmm. Got the BPL starting tomorrow. You got any tips for us?
No idea.
Throw them all in a hat and pick one out.
Well. Sydney's record sticks with them, that they win half of the things out of 14 starters. So, I mean, if you were going to guess one, you'd guess Sydney. Depends on the day, and depends who can step off this carpet onto the other carpet. That's going to need a bit of a roll up.
It'll certainly be very different going from playing this sort of format, 25 up singles and very traditional kind of format, and then going to BPL and yelling and screaming and people throwing babies in the crowd and mascots tumbling over on the ground and
yes. Well, actually, when Shillo played for Hamilton, our two little cheerleaders, one was about 3 and one was about 6, and one of them's playing in this game and the other one's in Canada. And Shillo would dress them up. They had a little song they used to sing about Go the Power, and they were 3 and 5, I'd reckon. They were very small. I'd have to really ask Jackie how old they were. But they were very great little cheerleaders that we had.
I feel like we need to find those photos. That could be really interesting if Dean wins and a photo appears on Facebook of him now winning a state singles and a little 3-year-old or 5-year-old cheerleader. A little cheerleader with pom-poms in each hand. Just like Lindsay and Natasha's husband, boyfriend, whatever he is, had little waving, frilly little things. That's what Dean and Dale had. I thought it was great. We did too. Are we saying 1 or 2 there, Kels? Well, it definitely looks like 2, but...
It looks like 2, but we haven't got the Minister for Everything here to tell us.
Even that back one, the third one, it might be a bit deceiving from the screen. That third one could be close.
Could be close. A 3 here might just throw a little bit. Oh, he's having a little lick. Very close lick to that jack. Ooh. Wasn't it close to the jack? We'll find out which one's closer out of that and the back one. I think you're only wasting your time. It's a 1-up, 17-14. A little bit closer to the line. 2 4s. Make it a quick game. I have to ask Jack if he's got any photos of those 2 little cheerleaders.
I think she's pacing Paradise Point Bowling Club too.
It's got a little bit too much work to do. No, it got back a fair way. We've got one back near the ditch there. We'll just fan back and have a look at him. There we go. He's on the H hands a lot. Well, that's the sort of bowl you want to start with when you're playing ditch to ditch. Close enough to be a shot at the end of the end, just behind. And the way these blokes are playing, they should both beat it fairly comfortably. Straight away, in fact. Phil Munn sent 200 stars. Pio's had too big a lick, has he?
Yeah, he's just overcooked it a bit.
Might run out of juice. Went in the ditch. Peter's got it.
He's coming in nice.
Gonna count.
That's good.
John Henry says Burley is a winner.
Certainly.
Having a bit of thought on the mat here. Might need another one near the head.
Yeah, it probably looks juicy, but
He's got one in the ditch.
definitely needs something a bit closer.
He's got one closer now. Oh. It's twice coming this way in the last few ends that he's just got that kitty slightly wrong. He got one shot out of it instead of three not long ago. Saying that, well, the way Dean's playing, he tucked this round the corner for a hidden three.
Yeah, well, that's certainly what he was trying to do. He's won a few ends on the trot now, so if he can tuck this jack around and pick up a 2 or 3 here.
It's not far off.
Yeah, it's just not quite getting down. Just a touch away.
Oh, he didn't quite reach.
Probably another third though, so it just makes Gary think about this a little bit harder. Just have to be really careful what he plays, careful with his weight.
Well, is he going to switch to the forehand where he's been playing the backhand side? With that bowl being just one bowl in front?
The forehand does look safer if he wants to try and give it a chance.
It looks to be a forehand shot, but he's already played 2 on his backhand. And that's where he sticks. Great commentary. Have to pay more. Gets it this time. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does.
Don't want to slice it.
Well, Wally King, of all people. Wally King and Big Loza are watching from Camberwheel. My God. Camberwheel. I would think that's a much too small a place, too small a town for you and Loz. Here's one from Kiwiland for you. You were born in Kiwiland, weren't you?
I was, yes. Yeah, I moved to Australia when I was 7, I think, 7 or 8.
Oh, we don't count you as a Kiwi, but...
Not anymore. I don't sound like one anymore.
Oh, we kicked that out of you. Shark and taties. You say shark and taties and not fush and chops.
Jandals.
Yep. Pedro Cowley from Hamilton always said shark and taties. He wasn't game to say fish and chips.
Gary Pearson needs to play a couple of good ones this end. It just feel like it's starting to just get away from him a little bit. He's not been far off the mark, but he's sort of, just sort of loosened up a little bit.
Here's someone that said they played in their game when we played at Tambourine Mountain. That's ordinary bowl from Pio. We haven't seen too many ordinary bowls from either of them. But we're getting nitty-gritty at 18-14, and he's in his own road.
He's going to try and prove you wrong.
No, well, he's playing here, and it's the draw to the kitty is around it, but he's just afraid that he needs a rattle like that.
Nicely done.
Didn't need the rattle, he just drew it inside. It makes Dean reach. Well, I suppose Dale's still watching over in Canada. He couldn't be not watching. But I don't know whether you remember all those things you do when you're 3 years old. I don't. Well, he's much wider. But here it comes. Draws another one. Ooh, might have had to sit down. Mark has been asked to have a guess at which one's closer. And he's not going to tell us.
Not sure it changes his shot anyway.
Well,
He's got a couple of nice catches back there, and I don't think he needs to do anything crazy. He's not going to lose his second or third shot, whatever it ends up being. I reckon it looks pretty juicy from the mat to just give it a chance up there on the forehand. If he happens to get this jack.
Gets a feather off his own bowl, and if he's cutting away a bit, get the back end of his own bowl. Somewhere in the vicinity. Oh, I thought he was inside that. And we don't know whether that's closer or not. I'm going to go out on a limb and say 2 shots. I'm trying to make 3 to get back to an 18-17 situation. But saying that, I'm looking at exactly the same thing that you guys are looking at on the screen. He's got a perfect draw, is about a foot around that white bowl. Well, he's more than a foot around that white bowl. I'm going to stay with the 2 because he didn't try to get right in on that. We won't really, or we will really know. I think Dale's only measuring this for fun. He likes measuring. Scratch versus a rub.
2.
Thank you, Troy. Pretty close. Reason I can't remember what I was doing when I was 3 because it was 80 years ago. It's really nice of you, Troy. I've been saying nice things to your mother all day here, and she turned up. And she'd been knocking around with Gail and Tony Crompton telling old stories from back down south.
Gail Crompton had a great state championships. She won on a bench, won the 4s, won the over 60s pairs.
Won the over 60s pairs, won the 4s, beat the Bargara team in the final. See, we still count her as a Bargara player. We haven't been there since 2017, I found out today. We hang on pretty hard at Bargara when we've got good players. We still count them forever.
we played a Trans-Tasman at Bargara, didn't we, back in the day?
2010 that was. 60 grand cost us for the ABC to televise it. And I'd say that Robbie must get paid more than that. No, we had a great Trans-Tasman test. Andrew Todd was marking games here yesterday to make up the numbers. I was talking to him about it as he was in the Kiwi team for the Trans-Tasman 2010.
That was back in the day. I think we were leading up to the India.
Yep, we're going to India
games,
because...
yeah. And I remember I had to play singles against Val for 6 games straight.
It was...
No variety.
Let's not say anything bad about Bowls Australia. I tried to convince them to change the format a bit. The same players played 6 games of singles, pairs, triples and fours. Did that get boring after a few days or what? And they mostly turned around as well. Karen and Chucky Vogler have gone home and they're sitting watching the show. You'd expect them to, seeing as they're part of the mainstay of Paradise Point Bowls Club. Loz is backing me up here. Gap. A bit harsh from Troy, very harsh. 80s a little bit harsh. Actually, Keith Rice, he's been in his favourite viewing spot for about 12 hours yesterday and since 8 o'clock this morning. And the temperature here says 19.5, and I think someone had a cigarette lighter under it to make it go 19.5. Oh, the boss is back. Look out what you say now. Going. Sort of make it close. 2 shots makes 18 all. Colin Bray says Chucky gone home. Now the club hasn't run out of beer. Chucky's run out of puff.
So when the state championships move to the Sunshine Coast next year, have we got to back up for rain? Because we
go to Bargara. We've got two greens under a roof.
I just had visions of 2 years ago when
half's going to Bargara and half's going to Pine Rivers.
There was a men's singles final played on this very rink 2 years ago, wasn't there?
Exactly. It was Chris Rosanis and Peter Leon.
Couldn't see.
They were across one rink.
That's right. Punsi was.
And we finished about 7:30.
He was the giant killer of that championship.
Who are our commentators today? I guess we've had heaps of commentators, but at the moment we've got Kelsey Cottrell and Jim C doing the last little bit. Joe Jones said the ladies' final was excellent. Well, anybody who watched it would think it was excellent. This one's got to come in out of the cold another roll, or it's going to be a bit of cannon fodder. Something that Dean's probably going to arrive to at some stage. And that's somewhere like the track to draw a toucher if he's here. And it could just tuck it up for 2.
Perfect.
Urangan is closer than Bagara. Okay, Barrow. Yeah, we've got 2. Oh, you might have 2. Yeah, righto. No argument. I give up. Malulabar's undercover. Of course, we know that one, Simon. Malulabar's got a few more L's in it than that too. Rhett Butler in Western Australia. Rhett. Last I heard of you were heading to West Australia about 20 years ago. I don't hear all the things that I used to hear. Well, Dino gets another one 6 inches on the other side. PO might be up to this. Is he quite here? Yes. We'll have a bit of a look to see whether it's 2 or 3. Or only 1, perhaps. And seeing as we don't know whether it's 1, 2 or 3, we don't really have much of a guess at what shot he's going to play.
Just smash it.
Well, if it's 3, it'd smash it.
Maybe, yeah.
If it's 1, we'll just draw it.
Nice delicate little draw shot on the forehand.
Just trail it a foot. Sit on the back bowl, fall in. If it's 2, it's halfway between both of those things. We've got another little gremlin in the things here from Ahmed someone that we don't want to really see. Don't click on that thing. Still here in Perth, Rat. We played the finals of this at Capella last year, which is probably, oh, here comes a 4th one, into the head somewhere close. Now he's not too sure how many he's got now. He's upset with it. Might only be 2. Might have drawn that toucher for 2 instead of already holding 3. Watching in between Hong Kong races. Yes, Mary, I've missed whatever won the 6th race. See whether it's 4 now. We'll know when the scoreboard clicks over, being 3. You better try and pronounce that one for me.
Budgeroy? That's
Budgeroy.
down near Edelong.
Down to where?
I think it's down near Edelong on the Central Coast.
Okay.
Budgeroy. That's Aaron Sheriff territory, I think, out that way.
Okay. He's got all territory everywhere the way he plays. Robbie Dobbins. Saw Robbie the other day. Hadn't seen him for a while. He was on the deck here, actually, wasn't he? Sorry, I can hear a little bit of Fleetwood Mac in the background. I just did a little whistle. Not very much. Right time for a 3, followed by a 4.
Yeah, it's always a good feeling when you get to striking distance. You know, when you're playing 21 up and you get to 17, or in this case, when you're playing a 25 and you can get to 21, you can sort of start ticking them down.
But you got to think 2-2's not 1-4. We got.
Yeah, that's it. You don't want to be too greedy.
We got Neville Hook, Neil Hall, and Peter Balderson on board. And that's the sort of shots you want when you're in the 20s. That little bit extra pressure. It's a wonderful thing in bowls game. I guess it's a wonderful thing in any sport. Pio's responded to that little bit of pressure by just about drawing this. Just about drawing this. Favour the blue, he's going to say, isn't he?
Sure, I think I favour Dean's, but I missed the call.
Thunder only happens when it's raining. There should be plenty of thunder around here. I don't know whether the music's getting through on the microphones, maybe not. Couldn't see his hand. I think he went with you. I think he said Pio's one down. How far are they? A bit less than a foot. Hawley says Central Coast near Wyong. You're spot on. Bill Taylor from Tathra. I know Bill. Here's a good shot too. Does he get the gap? Now we're going to say 2. Just a little of the music coming through. Not too bad. Bill Taylor, Tathra, great game. Thanks for great coverage. That's no problem. Next time you drop into Bagara, it'll be a schooner of gold.
All right, we might see something interesting here. A few things are lined up.
I think he's going to attack.
A few options. Can get the inside and get 2 bowls. He's got to touch it through the jack.
He's not far off. He's jacked. He's jacked.
Get the jack himself. Nicely done. Did it stay in?
We'll play some more ball. That was too big an angle to stay in. It's out. Keith would like to say hello from Pomona. Really good. Watching all day from Pomona. I nearly had to break out into song when they played the Pina Colada song before. That had me by the throat. There's not much noise going through, apparently, from what they're saying here. We can talk over that little bit of music, Kels. Another very interesting end where they tickled the kitty a couple of times and he looked very close to swallowing it then. Not a bad lead. First bowl. How many times have they nailed it with their first bowl? It used to be training for the first thing, you'd rule 1 of playing singles.
Yeah, it definitely sets you up for a good end if you can get that first one right on top of it.
And if you're going to have a reply to something like that, you do this. Try that out for a couple of scrubber players.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
They've been close to the top of the tree for a long time, these two blokes. And got him. And got him a little bit.
One more roll and it was perfect.
Timmy Smith watching. Sunday afternoon. Chook with a thumbs up. Bradley Colson thinks it's good having that little bit of music through there. Yes, I guess that was Keith Muir. That wasn't a problem. Keith from Pomona, it'd have to be Keith Muir. Pretty handy little mulligan here, just going round the corner. Not quite round the corner. 2. 1 in the measure then. Neither of these guys have won a state singles before. They've won all sorts of singles. Just going. They've won all sorts of singles, and probably you would be able to guess that they won all sorts of singles after watching some of this match. Oh, we've had a pretty good crowd when things were rocking and rolling until dark. They were 4 deep up here on the balcony. They're no scrubbers. PA thinks it's going out that side when it gets touched. You hide under the word Henselite. You can answer that one there. What sort of prize he's going to get for bowling the wrong bias? Got it. Got it in behind for 2 down. And bowl to come.
It could be 21 all after this bowl.
Well, the way he's playing, he'd be better than even money to draw another one. Max Cooney from Yeppoon. Thanks to everybody at Gold Coast Tweed. It made it possible to live stream. Go ahead, pleasure to watch for 2 weeks. That's where they come from. Have to get a little feather or he's in the back of it. No, he didn't quite arrive. We'd say 21-20. Glasgow in Scotland, James Johnson.
It's a pretty big turnaround that end, and we think if Dean had got the shot that end, we'd probably nearly back him to just go on with it and be done in an end or two. But
he played a great shot and went 2 down.
Yeah, now 21-20, and Gary Pearson will be feeling pretty confident he can win this one. I'm sure he would have been even at 21-18, but it's just a psychological thing when you sort of get to that. He's getting close now. 20. It's only 1 behind. He's playing his length, and he's just had a really good end. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
John Potter, a well-known celebrity up in the central Queensland Mackay area, come from Mowra. He only played on rink 6 so he could run after his drives and run straight into the bar. The wide doors were wide enough to let him through. Haven't seen you down with the Mackay team for a while, Potter. Billy, the answer to that is I'm not sure. There was supposed to be an opening for the tradies last Tuesday night. And so it must be getting very close to opening. The price of building it's gone from 12 million to 20 million, how I understand it, with the stop for COVID. So it should be a reasonable sort of a joint. Adding on to our previous bowls club is still going to be there. We're going to have 2. Yeah, it was a comment from Rhett Butler, Gary. He's probably still got a Muzzy Hill shirt too. Watching from the Isle of Wight. Now, we're getting to the nitty-gritty here. Oh, he's dropped short.
Well, that might be just the let-off that Dean needs to
That was a free kick.
Calm the nerves
this
here and enjoy
stage of the game. This stage of the game, that was a free kick to draw a knocker.
Yeah, imagine how much harder this bowl would be to play if
And
Gary's last
he's
one
drawing
was a
it straight back. In behind too. Oh, well, he can get to that on the backhand where he's been playing. Must be a bit over a foot. And the way they're going, a bit over a foot, it doesn't seem to be a problem. Oh, he's reasonably tight, so he's looking for it. Here he comes. He's that just too quick. Too quick. Well, he was too quick. Too quick by about 4 inches.
That was a great effort.
Oh my God.
I would have been maybe nearly tempted to play the other hand and try and, I don't know whether it would have been easier to get to the ball on that hand.
It was sticking out one bowl that side of the line.
Yeah, he definitely seems to
where he'd played
like this side.
He'd played 3 on it. And he played it much better than I called it. And that one got played like a... Ooh, it's a very close for shot now. He might have given that away at this stage of the game. And it was sort of a throwaway bowl. He's going to go for the measure now. Dean's going to give him the mat. 21 all. Now, does that knock some wind out of your sails or not? Matty Bell. Rhett Butler was my skip at Musgrave. Still got my shirt from Matty Bell. Well, Rod Napper would have skipped one of them, other than Brian, who would have had Gary with him.
Your comments aren't coming through. There's heaps of people asking you stuff.
Oh,
there
okay.
we go.
Oh, sorry, didn't see those comments coming through.
There's a few extra ones there that got stopped.
No.
John Walker's in the Wesley Hospital awaiting a heart op. I spent a fair bit of time knowing how all the corridors and places at Wesley Hospital are. Great shot here.
We've got a good question here from Eliza, just asking our thoughts about the shot selection coming down to these final ends. I think personally it's just play what you see, play it with confidence. Sometimes it might not be conventional, but it might be what you think you can get.
Here we go.
Definitely in these final ends when both players are within, I suppose, within that 4. The first 2 bowls are just critical, just making sure you set yourself up for a good end. Make sure you're no chance of dropping a number, so then you can play your final 2 bowls with the confidence to go out and get the shots yourself. You don't want to be defensive in this situation. It's hard to do,
you can't leave your first 2 bowls short.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to don't want to give your opposition a sniff at scoring a 3 or a 4 at this point of the game.
Even where PO's bowls are, that second bowl of Dean's much more valuable. But he's humming here. He gets the bowl or the jack, can't get the gap.
Great shot.
We've got 1,100 viewers, it says there, commenting. I hadn't had a look at that. Helen Simmons sent her 200 stars. Omar's in the background somewhere. Oh, geez. He jumped out of camera angle. He was in the camera angle till he jumped. Yes, Omar's in the top left-hand corner of the screen to answer that question. Cody Felberg, he's cheering for Burley, so he's got both sides. But he's gone for Gary. Cody's been sensational form at Bargara. Shown great touch in smacking and drawing touches straight after it. That's how you can tell a player. You hit a few cracking drives today. I wasn't looking and you cracked one near me and...
Scared you?
No, you never looked like hitting me, but you made me jump. Thought it was Bester.
Oh, now that's a compliment.
Well,
I'll take that.
You hit the bowler fair way. It went 3 rings sideways. Is that some attempt at a blocker?
I think it may have been.
He was trying to, once he knew it was short, he was trying to call it a blocker. That's the old one where it's either a blocker or a shocker.
Yeah. I played my first ever blocker today.
Did you? First ever blocker?
Yeah, I honestly don't remember. If I've played a blocker, it probably would have been 10 years ago. I don't think I've ever tried until today.
He's coming looking. It's coming now. Oh, it's coming onto the blocker. Ooh, what did that do? He gave one away. He gave one away last then. Did he give an extra one away this time? Maybe. Can't see the fingers. It wasn't. Was it 2?
No, they're keeping it a secret at the moment.
No, Peter had his fingers up. I was looking at the screen. They just put that thing in there to hide his head. Look at that, move that over. That's it. You always do that when you're skipping and your lead throws it on the line. You pick it up and move it and put it back down in exactly the same place. David Bowles is back. He's home. How many state titles he won? That's too hard. She have to take her shoes and socks off.
No, I really haven't won that many. I won a few state titles back in the day for Queensland when I was a teenager, playing with lights of Lindsay and Julie Keegan and Kerry Ann Davies and Brenda Thompson. So I won a couple of 4s, I think, and maybe a couple of triples. But this is actually my first ever state singles title of any state. I've played for 10 or 11 years in Sydney, in New South Wales, and never won one down there. And didn't play in it last year, but just decided to have a go in it this year and finally got there.
Bowler Paul watching from Manila. There you mentioned Brenda Thompson. Well, she cleaned up one of the favourites for this event. Brenda's back in form. Haven't seen her for ages. Last time I played against Brenda was out on Stradbroke Island. She belted the hell out of us.
Lots of great memories playing with Brenda. If people can remember, I think it was back in...
Does he catch this one? Oh, yeah. We'll call that a jag in this sort of company.
back in the day of the Grand Prix circuits, remember Brenda Thompson got on a bit of a hot streak there and got herself selected in, I suppose, like the Australian squad or the emerging squad, and I played a couple of series with Brenda.
Good bowls, but PO got that fairly big jag. When you're on 23, you only need 2 jags like that. Optima, Alan Bidler says he's using. Answered that question. Glenn Joyce says he thought you played a blocker. What's this doing here? I couldn't hear that with the earphones on.
So getting down. Well, it's
Got down.
It's a good result. He hit what he's going for. Bounced around a little bit, but, you know, good hit.
I'm guessing blue, but very hard to tell. No, Nick, we haven't been doing 3 hours of commentary punishing her for having to put up with me for 3 hours. We've only been on for about 20 minutes, whatever. It was about 13 all or something. I suppose we've been on nearly half a game. Time flies when you're commentating with Kels.
Pretty cruisy when you're sort of commentating games on carpet like this. There's not too much flashiness that's needed. You know, it's kind of just a draw game.
Well, it's the skill factor that they're using and not closing their eyes and playing on a 12-second green and punching through the bowls and hit them on the right side. PO's probably holding one here, and with a good shot down that hand drawing, another shot would lie game. I'm not positive that he's holding shot. You guys are seeing exactly what I'm seeing. I'm seeing him tight, looking for the jack and the ditch maybe. Poof.
Oh, I thought he had that.
He's got a bowl on the lip is the reason we didn't understand that quite.
No, absolutely. He was going for that.
Perhaps he thinks he's down and he played that kitty or bowl.
Yeah, I really like the shot he played. He gets it. It's basically game over.
Pot the kitty, thanks for coming.
Yeah, exactly. And you might not get many opportunities. And if he was a bit tired, he gets the ball.
You've got to take your opportunity if it's there.
And I think you realise that, you know, if you miss, Dean's probably going to draw another, but it's still 23 all.
You going to look at that measure? Maybe not for long. You didn't look at it for very long at all. Well, I want this to go for another half hour, so we stay commentating for another half hour. Somebody could win it with 2 bowls here.
Yeah, well, we could have, another 4 ends?
Dean had shot easy.
We could be done in 1.
Thank you, John. Which is harder to play in? Dean Smith said the state that's hardest to play in is intoxicated.
Good answer.
It's got to start here. How far behind? Is it a foot?
Great start.
Maybe a foot. Maybe 10 inches.
The 2 states, New South Wales and Queensland, actually play their championships differently. So Queensland up here, it's like a tournament. Anyone can enter. You can play with anyone from any club in the team events. You know, and you play for, we've played for 3 days to win. Down in Sydney, or I should say New South Wales, it's different. You've got to play district. You've got to play with your own club mates. And you've got to progress from district through your region and then off to state.
Well, there you go. That's what they've been playing. That's what you guys have been watching. Nick's watching, and he'll remember those last couple of ends in the final of the pairs. Some of the best bowls ever seen. A little under. Somebody's going to win this game soon. Peter Allen is on. Good chook. And Dunwoody. Is that good or bad? Gets them both.
I don't think it's ever bad when you're holding game.
He's giving it a hunt. He's close too. He's close. Call that close. Stu Greenman's having a chat with Razor. The best a man can get. Mark Gillette. That's a track. He's not far away either. Dean's walked, so he must be short. And he is. Might be happy with that. Susan Reid said, not bad bowls, but not quite as good as the ladies' final.
She's just being nice because I'm in commentary.
Do you know Anne Dunwoody at all?
I know Anne Dunwoody very well.
Taylor Bowles?
Taylor Bowles, yeah, the Queen of Taylor Bowles.
The Queen of Taylor Bowles. Try this one out.
Right.
Well. Ooh.
Here we go. Game down.
He's got that bowl, his own bowl in his own road for his forehand, where he's been playing just to arrive. So I think he's got a charge backhand. But he's going to probably have to hit the jack. He's going to be one down, and one of those might stay. Jack in the ditch with a double kiss for two.
Yeah, I think he definitely needs jack movement. He sort of gets Dean's closest bowl. It's only going to push the purple one out, and then, or sorry, I should say blue, and then his bowl may not even stay in the head at that sort of angle. So definitely think he needs a bit of jack, or if he gets the bowls, I think he needs a bit of luck in the sense that it won't be lucky that he's played a great shot, but to get his bowl to stay.
Oh, he's rumbling with his bowl in the road.
He's
Can't
wide.
get down to it.
He's wide. And there we have it.
Well, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Timmy Smith said, you've got to play the winner of that one. Do you realise how late it is after being here playing bowls for 14 and a half hours last night, Timmy and Fee? What a fantastic game. The crowd's gone wild. The Shellington crowd's gone wild here behind me. Might be able to... He's the one in the iridescent yellow. Look out! Mum's on the run.
Well done, fellas. That was a great final. Played in great spirit. Always hard playing against the club mates.
The boss has got to do some talking here. Kels, with you.
Oh, with me.
Well, thanks, Jim. Thank you very much. And Kelsey, you know the feeling of being a winner?
Feels pretty good.
Doesn't it, eh? No, really well done. Your very first state title today. So
Yeah, first state singles.
yes, well, state singles, I should say. Yeah. So, mate, congratulations. And where are we off to now? Pine Rivers.
Yes, yep, just trying to decide whether to drive up tonight, go home and put the kids to bed and head off. I've still got to pack, so maybe it might be early in the morning take off up the highway. But yeah, looking forward to that.
Well, we wish you a great week up there, and hopefully you can bring home the bacon once again.
Yeah, that would be nice.
So, listen, thank you very much for giving up some time today too. It's one thing I must say about all the elite bowlers. They're more than happy to come on board and answer questions from a lot of people, and we really do appreciate your input, Kelsey. Thank you very much.
No, it's been great, and like you said, it's great when people ask questions because it just gives us that little extra thing to talk about. But yeah, no, it was a great game to be a part of, and yeah, great state championships despite the weather. You guys have done a great job to get it happening, and
it's been hard
in particular.
I must admit, I must congratulate the match committee because under very trying circumstances, and they do get criticised an awful lot, but I think they did a pretty good job to try and get everything through. So a big thank you to them, and of course CEO of Bowls Queensland, of course, Brett Wilkie being here all weekend and keeping everybody informed with up-to-date scores and everything else. And it's been a really good couple of weeks, and we've had a lot of good viewers, and it's been absolutely brilliant, everybody that's pitched in, because I was down for a few days and everyone else got COVID, so it's just been marvellous, a great team effort by everybody. And of course, we can't do anything without the great generosity of our very gracious sponsors. Henselite Choice of Champions, Major Events Gold Coast, Broadbeach Bulls, great club down there at Broadbeach. We thank Barry and Colleen very much for their wonderful support. And of course, over the weekend, Paradise Point Bowls Club for allowing us to use this wonderful facility. But every day throughout the year also too, we have wonderful special thanks, as we said, to Gold Coast Tourism. Major Events, absolutely wonderful. And of course, sponsors that we have all year round: Mullins More Than Law, Queensland Government, BCIB Insurance Brokers, and Asset Sports. Now, I must say, once again, I've said a few times on air this week too, great effort by Robbie Allen and his daughter Tony Allen. Very long days, big days, and what they've done is absolutely superb as Robbie zaps around to give everybody a bit of a look at the facilities that we have here. Home of the Dolphins. I must admit though, Kels, that carpet has improved out of sight since they put the new surface down, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was a privilege to play on a nice surface. It's great to get out of the rain. It's great to get out of the wind and just play some good, nice, quality games. No,
absolutely marvellous. There's drew both hands, no tricks in it. What more do you want? And you played absolutely quality bowls. It was absolutely a great game to watch. You and Jess, you're two good draw bowlers. Both of you girls can be a little bit aggressive when you have to be. It's just a really, really good game to watch. So I hope sometime over the next couple of weeks, when you do get a few minutes to yourself, you can sit back and reflect on that great performance.
Yeah, it's great that we have this service that you guys are offering, that we can go back and do that. I mean, 10 years ago when I played in Queensland and won state titles, I don't have any footage of that. So yeah, it's a great memory. You have photos and the memories, but yeah, it's great to go back and watch some games. Definitely we'll try and watch a few ends, maybe watch the last few ends, watch my first ever blocker.
Yes,
very proud of that.
Which I thought, I actually called it. I thought it was a really good bowl. I said that's right in Jesse's draw line.
I normally I wouldn't even attempt a blocker. I hate it because I think if they get off it and I actually help them, I'd be spewing. But I don't know, for some reason, I don't know why you would think after 10 years not playing a blocker, why I decided to play one on the last end of a state singles final, but it paid off.
Really fantastic effort. And with that, Kels, I know you're a very busy lady. We'll let you go. Congratulations. Hope you have a real good week up at Pine, and look forward to be watching you on the screen up there, and I can be sitting at home and having a red wine and watching you.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, it'd be great viewing.
Thank you very much. Great to have Kelsey in and her insight to our great game. And all of these absolute champions of our game are very, very generous with their time, and we really do appreciate their insight. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got a few hours of packing up, on behalf of the Gold Coast-Tweed District Media team, it's been an absolute pleasure bringing you the last 2.5 weeks. On behalf of Robbie, Tony, and myself and Bruce and Pauline and all of the commentators, Junior, of course, everybody that did a little bit, and of course Mr. Brett Wilkie actually did a bit of talking every now and again. Been an absolute wonderful time to bring it to you. You see Brett there just having a bit of a dance at the back there. No, it's been a great promotion of our great game, and we're very thankful of Bowls Queensland allowing us the opportunity to showcase this wonderful event. Child. No, it's been absolutely wonderful. So, as we always say, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Gold Coast Tweed District Media Team, we look forward to doing a road trip Friday.
Just before you sign off, Brian, on behalf of Bowls Queensland, I'd just like to thank you and Robbie, Tony, and all your commentators for the last 14 days of our state championships, and also the district sides on a wonderful job bringing our live streaming on behalf of Bowls Queensland. You do a great job, and we thank you very much, especially yesterday for a very long day.
It was a long day, but it was a great day, Brett, and it's just wonderful to have the opportunity to showcase what great talent we have in this great state of ours, mate, and showcase our wonderful game out to a lot of people all the way around the world that don't get the opportunity to be here to watch it live. So, it's all good, mate.
No, you do a great job, and keep up the great work.
We will do, and
Thank you.
as I said, thank you very much, Brett. That's very much appreciated. Robbie and I off to Harvey Bay on Friday, so Saturday mornings, get yourself ready, strap yourselves in. We're going to have a great weekend from the Harvey Bay Pairs, so a wonderful event. They've got a very good field, so they're telling me, so we look forward to it. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Gold Coast Tweed District Media Team, we wish you good bowling, enjoy your bowls, and support your club. Thank you very much. Have a safe week.
There is no other place in the world like our city. We're unique, vibrant, and a little unexpected. We're so much more than sand, surf, and sports. We're for telling local tales, unearthing hidden gems, and sharing the stories of spectacular people. As a young city in transformation, the best is yet to come. We are Gold Coast.
Lawn bowls. Wish I found it earlier. What a game.